Yo guys, this is Sugi Crawler once again, and thanks for joining me today on my first impressions video about the Devilian game, which is a new dungeon crawler type of a game, which some type of an MMO elements integrated to it. And I have to say that this is maybe the savior of the genre itself, because, games like Diablo 3, I think there was a lot of people, including me, who didn't really like the game. I think the game was good, don't get me wrong. They kinda had a lot of issues in the launch. It was buggy. You had the real money auction house. A lot of people didn't like that. I liked it, but a lot of people didn't like that. And there was a lot of setbacks. And that game was so many years in development and lacked so much of late game content. So I think Blizzard did a lot of mistakes. And then we have, of course, Path of Exile. And there's a fairly big, player base for that game. However, I didn't ever get into Path of Exile because graphics were subpar. It didn't have a class system. It had an interesting economy system, which actually is really good. But I just never got really excited about that game. But today, let's talk about this game, not the other games. Devilian is a game that feels like an Eastern MMO. It is made by a Korean developer and is published by what is it called, the Glyph thing, and it's currently now in beta. You're able to buy a founders package. You have one for $50, which is a silver package, gold for $100, and $150 for Obsidian. And well, the Obsidian gave you alpha access and like you get credits and stuff like that. So it's a free-to-play game. That's the one key thing to take from this game. This is actually a free-to-play game with really good graphics, really good controls. This is what I hated about Diablo and Path of Exile. Well, actually, I don't remember about Path of Exile, but this game uses WASD controls. And for a dungeon crawler game, for you to juke around and like have the best control over your character, I think this is a very essential control setup that you need when you're kiting and everything what goes into these type of games. And I won't be going too much since these are first impressions, but it has few classes on it. Each class has their different, some are ranged, some are more melee typed. I've only tried one so far. Each of the characters also have this Devilian form, which is kind of like an ultimate form, so to speak, kind of like they're half devil or something. So they will turn into devil, and then they will get like different abilities. For the character I played, he was mainly like a more ranged type of character, but once he enters the Devilian form, he becomes more like an assassin type of like a more melee rather than ranged, and like goes into like very direct. So it's a very interesting game. You have, of course, auction house in the game. You can own mounts, you can own pets. It's literally a MMO with a better combat system and a different camera angle. And I think that's really what I always wanted to see. I never could go into these like MMO combat systems, and I think the 3D system was done too much. You have, of course, I think there's PvP in the game. I'm not sure it's available yet. I haven't had the time to explore that yet. But it has dungeons on it. It has a party systems. It has, you can like salvage items. There's like a lot of stuff that goes into this game. You have also achievements, so you got a little bit of everything for everyone. The game is currently available on Europe and North America. And I guess it's available in Korea because that's where the game is made. And I don't know when the game is going to release, but I think there's going to be a lot of people, maybe someone like Criparia maybe even takes a look at this game. I think it's a rather good addition to the dungeon crawler series or the genre itself, because people are too tired to play Diablo, and Path of Exile doesn't work for just everybody. I think it has good music too, very good art. Graphics are pretty good, like they're what I would call optimized. So, free-to-play games kind of have the best graphics because majority of the people who play free-to-play games usually have bit worse computers than people who buy games. So I think there's good optimization tools to improve the graphics and everything inside. It supports different screen. I don't never play games with full screen, so there's windowed modes and everything. And the game looks very polished. I don't know how much about the late game content because I'm not right there yet. So I don't know how much hours that you have, but looking at the world map of the game looked pretty huge. And it seemed that there were like multiple different zones. And the playstyles of the characters, of course, are a lot different from each other, which is, in my opinion, a pretty huge thing. And one thing I really want to still address, which you would never see in a dungeon crawler game, and that is the character creation tool. You can actually make the character look, you can edit the hairs and all that stuff. In Diablo and Path of Exile, you had zero ability to make any customization how your character looks, and that's a very important thing. That's what I always wanted to see on dungeon crawler game. So I think they're like using a very good model here. I think this can appeal to people who play Diablo 2, people who kind of like this more smash button type of games, hack and slash, and the art style and it's a bit anime-ish, well, kinda resortly. So I can think it appeal to that audience too, and I think there will be definitely a lot of people who will be playing the game once it releases. I don't know if people will be actually swapping to Lost Ark, but that game is still far, far away. But thanks for watching this video. I will be making more Devilian videos in this channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and see you guys later on the next video. Cheers.